Hey guys, today I am going to show you guys what we bought on our Disney April 2019 trip. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys what we got from Disney for our haul, where I have given the kids all of their goodies. First thing was this little freebie. We got this in our happily ever after pins, and I thought this was a nice little touch, and I'll probably put this in my office somewhere. My husband bought me this for Christmas, if you watched those vlogs, and when we were traveling back from Massachusetts this year, I took my necklace off, or no, I broke my necklace by accident, and this was on it, and I accidentally lost the cross and this charm, so he bought me another one, which was really, really nice. We found these, and we started dying laughing, because corn holders are a hot commodity in our house, because they always go down the disposal and then we break them. So we found these, and these are only $6.99, which we thought was really, really affordable for a Disney thing. And I tend to always get a kitchen item, a pin, something for like what we're doing, and then an ornament. So we stayed at a new hotel this time, Disney Saratoga Springs. So I did get my Saratoga Springs pin, which it doesn't want to focus on. There we go. And I really, really liked it. So I'll go on my pen board. We did the 3 for $14 bath bombs, the Mickey bombs. They are my favorites. I got 2 different types that I haven't ever had before, or 3, excuse me, but we did use one when we were at Disney because they had a huge soaker tub. I did go ahead and get a new Turvis cup. I use Turvis cups all day long. I use multiple cups. I use millions of cups. I love them. They are my favorite type of cup in the world. So I went ahead and got this one for the flower and garden this year. I have a Red Sox one, just some regular ones, a flower and garden one, and then now I have this flower and garden one. Every single trip we go on, we get an ornament for something that reminds us of the trip, and I have all kinds of random different ornaments for the different trips for whatever reason it may be that it reminds us. And if you watch our Christmas videos, you can often hear me talking about them, and I can literally look at them and remember exactly what they were. This is this trip. No, we did not watch the movie Coco or anything like that, but we went on a cruise to Mexico and Belize right before. And this just reminded me of that, of the trip. It just, that's, you know, what it'll be. This was $24.99, no, $21.99 at Disney Springs. And then because we stayed at a deluxe resort, we got all of the H2O products. So I took these, and I'm going to give them to Aubrey to use on her church trip. She's going away for a week in the end of May, so I thought this would be good. So we got, I did have to use the body wash because at that point we were out of body wash, but I got her 2 conditioners because we had such a big room, 2 shampoos, a body lotion, no, I got 2 body lotions, a body wash, then there are some bath soaps, which I may let the little kids have, face wash, another face wash, and another bath soap, and another face wash, and then Jeff did have to use one of the soaps when we were there. But that's every single thing that I got from Disney. I did not buy a lot this trip. I did not buy stuff for our kids. We focused on getting the, you know, Mexican and Belize souvenirs, and I think that they thought that that was a little bit cool, where we figure we do go to Disney enough in our lifetime that they can save up and get whatever they want. That we just got a few little things, and I love our little haul. This trip, just Jeff and I went on. First of all, excuse my background. I mean, this is just, I'm sitting at my desk editing, and I'm like, I never filmed like kind of recap or anything like that. So basically my husband and I went on a cruise, and the cruise was, I think, Saturday to Wednesday, and kind of very last minute, like within 30 days of us traveling, I'm like, hey, could we go to Disney, just like joking around, and I fully expected him to be like, no, like, we're not doing that. But he actually was fine with it, and he actually said, yeah, that's fine. If you want to do that, we can do that. So I was very, very excited. So hotel pickings were kind of slim pickings. We basically could have stayed at All-Star Movies for about what you guys pay, like what a typical person pays. or we could have paid a little bit more. I think it was like $50 or $60 more, and we could use my travel agent rate, and we were able to stay at Saratoga Springs. So that was really exciting. So we went ahead and stayed there because I was going back and forth on like, I could have stayed at like movies and then moved to the Swan and Dolphin, and it would have been about the same price. However, then I would have had to, it would have been the same price because then I would have had to pay like a shuttle service, and I just wanted to be able to get to and from with Magical Express. I didn't want to deal with anything like that. So we flew out of Miami, we flew into Orlando, and I want to say we were in the parks by like 2 that day, maybe a little bit later. So it was really great. We had some snafus with our everything there. So we booked so late that we didn't have Magical Express set up, so all we had to do was show them our magic bands and give them our luggage checks from Miami, and they actually, our suitcases beat us there, so that was pretty cool. We did ride Magical Express whenever we arrived at Saratoga Springs. We got this really cute, I don't know where it's at. It's a little like congratulations from Mickey and Minnie, and we got some happily ever after pins, but then there were issues. So if you do online check-in, or if you want to have chargeback privileges to your room, you they put a $100 hold. Well, something happened and our dining plan didn't attach correctly, so they had to like basically cancel and rebook our trip, and in return it was putting like all these $100 charges on our account, and now we don't use credit cards, we only use debit cards, so it was a little bit of a mess. There was a huge, like there was like at one point in time a lot of money missing, so they ended up giving us money back. We ended up getting extra fast passes, so you know, it is what it is. We also had the dining plan. We went in having some dining reservations, and we said, well, since we don't have the kids, you know, let's splurge. This is like an anniversary trip for us. So the first day we went to Magic Kingdom, the first thing that we did was get a giant cookie. If you know us, Jeff loves the chocolate chip, chocolate dipped cookies. They're huge. They're like this big. We went to Magic Kingdom. We did all of our fast passes. To be honest, at this time, I don't know what they were. I also got a pretzel. I know for a fact we rode Splash Mountain. I want to say we rode Space Mountain. Again, I'm not sure, but I think we really only did the 4 fast passes because we got an extra fast pass this day as well for the mess up at the parks. Actually, we may have had 3 fast passes a day. I think that's what we got. So we left Magic Kingdom, and then we headed over to Wilderness Lodge, and we had the new dining, Storybook Dining. Now, I booked this dining within a month, so I'm having a heck of a time with clients getting this, but then we end up getting it really close to it between myself and my clients looking. Storybook Dining, the food is very weird. I'm just gonna put it out there. It is. We did not like really any of the appetizers. I had the shrimp. My husband had like whatever the pork was, but overall we really didn't like much. The characters were cool. They were really quick. Like they saw you very fast, but they came around 2 or 3 times, so it was totally worth it. Like even Jeff and I, 2 adults, we had a really good time with them. We got some great pictures with them. I really liked it. The alcoholic beverages there, if you're on the dining plan, are pretty good. My husband did not like the beer. I had some sort of like apple type martini, and it was pretty good. The theming is really good there. For dinner, I had some sort of, it looks like some sort of sausage. And Jeff got some sort of like, it looks like a steak. The entrees were really good. We really enjoyed them. They do make you wait until you're done eating to go meet the queen, which I thought was really cool. It gives them time to clean up your table. And then when we got to our table, our desserts were there. The desserts were the best part. They were themed so cute. They were really good, and each person got 3 different desserts. And then they came up to us with this like chocolate heart popcorn thing, and it was like smoking. It was really cool. This restaurant is like all about the ambiance. We then went to bed at Saratoga Springs. We actually got upgraded to a 2-bedroom at Saratoga Springs. We sent the kids pictures. We're like, man, you guys could have come. You know, we actually had the room for you guys. The pools looked really great. The grounds were really great. It was a very quiet resort. There really wasn't a lot of chaos going on. The rooms were huge. Because it's DVC, you get laundry in your room, you get the full-size kitchen. Like, we are seriously debating taking our kids back and staying in a 2-bedroom villa without dining, because you have a full-size kitchen and it's totally worth it. The next morning we woke up and Jeff got the bounty platter with like the waffles, the eggs, you know, all that stuff for breakfast, and I paid out of pocket for just some Mickey waffles and a piece of sausage kids meal. It was like $5.99, and I got like grapes and a drink and all kinds of stuff, so it was totally worth it to pay out of pocket for it. Again, it was really, really quiet, and then we headed over to Epcot. We were at Epcot rope drop, and it looked really, really crowded, but we got there, we got right on test track, it was fine, and we took our time going and seeing all of the topiaries, because it was flower and garden. It was really, really nice. I had some Starbucks as a snack credit. I get like it with espresso, and I get the biggest size, and it's a great snack credit. We also did everything pretty much but Frozen this day. It was pretty quiet. We love Epcot. Epcot's a favorite park of ours, and we just kind of took our time, and then we went to Coral Reef Restaurant for like a dinner. It was between lunch and dinner. Oh my god, first of all, don't forget your license, because I couldn't get an alcoholic beverage because I forgot my license because we didn't bring a bag. Hands down a hidden gem in Disney. I heard so many bad reviews on you get food poisoning, it smells fishy. I did not feel it smelled fishy at all. Jeff and I both got the bread is amazing. The little like pamphlet they give you to show you all the sharks, and you know, you get to pick out all the animals and the thing. It was just great. The steak and potatoes were so delicious. The desserts were so delicious. The waitress was amazing. She was so sweet. We will be going back there. We will be taking our kids back there. I think it is just amazing. Flower and Garden is my favorite time to go, and we haven't been to Flower and Garden in a very, very long time, and going back I was like, yeah, I definitely want to bring the kids back, because this is like our favorite time to be at Disney. I know some people love it, you know, Epcot at Christmas, and it is beautiful at Christmas, don't get me wrong, and food and wine, but for sure for us it is all about Flower and Garden. Like, that is my favorite time to go. This day, I don't remember what we did in the evening. I'm trying to pull up my iCloud right now to see, because I haven't uploaded all the pictures yet, but I know that we spent a lot of time going through and looking at all the topiaries. We didn't really do much shopping. It was just kind of like going through and seeing, you know, all of them. They did add a few different ones. We took pictures, and it wasn't really crowded. That's what we love about Epcot, is it's just not a crowded day. It's just, it really isn't. With proper planning, you know, you can get so much done there. All right, so now looking at the pictures, I can see that we went into the little Coca-Cola area in Epcot, and we got a frozen Coke. And then it looks like this evening we went over to Magic Kingdom, and I think that's the night that I realized that I had park hoppers and Jeff didn't. So then we ended up just going to Disney Springs. We went and did a little bit of shopping and just walked around and kind of enjoyed being at Disney Springs at night without kids. And then we went to Wolfgang Puck Express and got ourselves a pizza quick service meal to share. Now my husband is so against this, because he felt that like one, they serve you there and you're not supposed to tip them, but we always tip them anyways. And then he's just felt like we were like robbing them, because, you know, you're taking up space or whatever. But I'm like, it's a quick service, you know, it is what it is. But we just enjoyed going through some of our favorites and seeing Disney Springs at night. I really, really enjoy Disney Springs. And then we just went to bed early and kind of rested. The beauty of this trip is we were so well rested beforehand. You know, normally you go into a Disney trip and you're working up until the day and you're exhausted, but we had just had a 5-day cruise, so we were really well rested. So we were able to go to bed early. I think this night, you know, we did go and get a bath bomb, and then I enjoyed the bathtub at Saratoga Springs, and we did some laundry because there was laundry. So it was like, when you stay at these nicer hotels, and I think that's the point that we're getting at, like, Jeff doesn't want to go at the trips, and normally with proper planning, if we rope drop and we plan our fast passes appropriately. We're normally out of there by lunchtime, and then we can enjoy the pool, enjoy the resort, do laundry, enjoy the perks of staying on site, which we never do. I know next time we go, Jeff really wants to take the kids to do golfing and stuff like that. So, you know, we love the Disney parks, don't get me wrong, but we've also gotten to the point that we can truly enjoy the Disney resorts as well. So the next day we woke up, again, we rope dropped Animal Kingdom. When we got, actually, I don't think we rope dropped it. I think we got there a little bit later. When we got there, Divine was out. She's always really, really cool to look at. And I honestly do not remember what we did this day. I know that we must have done Flight of Passage or Navi River, probably like Dinosaur. I know he got me on Everest, but other than that, I don't remember. I know I had a big coffee because I'm looking through my pictures. He got his ice cream cookie sandwich. So if you're going into Dino Land, right when you go under, there's like a little area that has some food restaurants, and you get this giant cookie. I'm not kidding you. It's like this big, and there's 3 scoops of ice cream, and they put it on, and the cookie is like very soft. And at this one, you can actually pick your ice cream. I think he just picked vanilla, and we had one of those and we shared it. Because that's just, you know, one that we really, really like. But yeah, we definitely did Everest, and we walked around Pandora. Then for lunch, we actually had the Satuli Canteen. I ended up getting the right kind this time. I didn't get the right kind when we went in December. But that's a really great place to use your dining credits. It's like a $45 meal for Jeff and I to have. We like going to places like that because, one, you're sitting down in AC, and we really like that one because they block off people, so people can't just go in there and sit. You have to buy a meal there, and then you have the refillable drinks. Now for me, it's not a big deal, but for Jeff it is. He will refill a drink sometimes 3, 4, 5 times whenever he's eating a meal, so that's a huge savings right there. And then we just kind of like walked around and enjoyed it. We didn't really want to make any more fast passes or anything like that. We were just enjoying the fact that we were at Disney. It was kind of a last minute trip. We didn't have a bunch of stuff that we were trying to get done. So we were, you know, walking around to some of the shops. We saw some cute little like dance parties or whatever. And then we went ahead and headed out and headed back to Disney Springs because I had my birthday T-Rex reward. So my husband and I literally we used our Landry's Select, you know, whatever. And then we ended up getting this like nachos type thing, and then 2 drinks, and we paid like $1 or $2 because my reward completely covered it. And then we tipped the lady, and we just kind of enjoyed Disney Springs. And then we went and we walked around Saratoga some and kind of enjoyed Saratoga. We had a couple Mickey bars, and then we went to the airport, and we were actually stuck at the airport for a very, very long time because our flight got delayed. But you know, it was a great trip. We did do dining. My tickets were very discounted because I used my travel agent ticket, so we just really had to pay for my husband's ticket. So it was a very, very cheap kind of last minute on budget trip. We utilized Magical Express, which we had no problems with. If we were to ever fly into Orlando, we would totally use it again with our kids. The problem why we don't fly, people ask me all the time, because you are kind of far enough out. So it takes us, the shortest time it's taken us has been about 7.5 hours, and the longest time it's taken us was our Christmas trip, and that was like 9 hours. Now we live about an hour from the Atlanta airport, and if we have to get to the Atlanta airport 2 to 3 hours beforehand, then we're now at that 3 to 4 hour mark. It's about an hour and a half flight. So now we're at, you know, 5.5 to 6 hours. And then, you know, to get out of the plane, get to Magical Express, all that stuff. We're at that time frame that we already have. And for us to drive down, it normally cost us back and forth, I think less than $200 for gas, eating, everything like that. Plus we have the ability that we now have our car and we can do so many things with it. We can go and get groceries, which will save us money a lot of times and things like that. So for us, it just doesn't make sense when, you know, even if flights were $50 a piece, that's still $600 that we're paying to fly down there because there's 6 of us, that it's better for us to drive. And now that we do have a newer car, I'm a little bit nervous because we definitely don't have the space that we used to have. But my husband said he would just pop one of those little things you can put on the top of your car and we'll be golden. So yeah, that is our April. It was like our anniversary trip review. Will we be going back to Disney soon? I think so. I had mentioned to the kids, like, let's not go, you know, whatever. Right now, honestly, after going back to work, I was like, oh, like, I don't want to be back working. This sucks. But I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I plan a vacation, because we had to cancel all of our vacations. We were supposed to take a cruise this December and I had to cancel it because I'm, you know, working. So I'm thinking, honestly, the other day I was thinking, like, we should just go during February vacation because I'm so over, like, I need something to look forward to. But I don't think that my husband and kids would want to go. Actually, they probably would want to go because it's colder then, because they hate being there in the summer. I was looking at like Memorial Day week time or July 4th weekend, but all my family was like, it's so hot, we don't want to be there when it's so hot. And if we go during Memorial Day, we probably won't have Aubrey with us because she'll be on a church trip. And my husband is very against that. He wants us all to kind of be together. And then I looked into like fall break next year, but again, that's still super hot, kind of monsoon season. So I'm thinking we may do like either our February vacation or our April vacation or Thanksgiving. That's what we're thinking. But yes, we definitely will go back. Jeff said he would never go to Storybook Dining again. He did not enjoy it. And I don't think the kids would enjoy the food. The ambiance is very cool, but I don't think that they would. We both agreed that the kids would really, really love Coral Reef, and we both really, really love the food and the service there. So we will definitely be taking the kids to Coral Reef. The kids have had Wolfgang Puck Express and Satuli. I think that's the only, you know, other places that we went that, you know, we don't normally go. But yeah, you know, we definitely will be back in sometime in 2020. I'm just not quite sure when yet. My husband hates going in the summer. He gets really hot and irritable, and it just makes for everybody else having a bad time, so it's not worth it to go then. My daughter missing it in May is kind of a deterrent, so who knows when we'll go, but you definitely will have Disney vlogs from us. And yes, I still am a travel agent. I know that people were confused because I went back to work, but I am doing both. Honestly, I am home by 3 o'clock. I wake up early in the morning and I check my emails and I deal with anything that needs to be dealt with. So it's still easy for me to do for now, and I do love planning travel. So if you are looking to book, I'm still definitely taking on clients and very happy to help.